Resident Evil Outbreak File 2 feels more like an expansion than a true sequel. It launched just months after the original. Just like last time, I couldn't get the online to work, so I'm stuck with the AI. I wasn't planning to touch this game until a comment convinced me to. So, is File 2 a better experience solo than the first? Let's find out. As a reminder, I did not enjoy playing the original Outbreak. I found the inventory system cumbersome to use, and the AI partners were very unhelpful, and I didn't enjoy the lack of a story. I enjoyed the setting, the atmosphere, and some of the ideas it had, but it still fell flat for me. So is it the same for File 2? For the most part, it is the same as the original, but more. You still play as the same 8 survivors during the events of Raccoon City's Outbreak. There is still no overarching plot, each scenario is self-contained. People online have tried to work out a timeline of when each scenario takes place, but it's not super important. I really enjoyed the scenario variety this time around. The first scenario will see the survivors trapped in a zoo getting hunted down by a massive infected elephant, who does not fuck around. My first playthrough of the level, he killed one of my AI immediately. I ran inside for safety and he burst his head through the wall. This elephant was more like the Nemesis than the Nemesis was in the Resident Evil 3 remake. Another scenario will have you team up with a tyrant for a bit to take on hunters. One of my favourite scenarios takes place in the iconic RPD just before the events of RE2. You get to see Marvin before he is injured. The layout is the same as it is in 2, which is incredibly cool. I bet this was even cooler back in the day comparing it to the PS1 versions. The variety and location also brings new enemy types, which help break the repetition. I like how most scenarios will have unique enemies. Like the zoo has infected lions and hyenas, the subway level has these giant cockroaches, and the forest hospital has these plants. Speaking of the forest level, this was the one the commenter told me to play. Playing as Alyssa, you get a little backstory. She's been to this hospital before. She and her partner investigate rumours of the place when he died here. She had her memory wiped so she doesn't remember. It still wasn't a lot of backstory for her, but I enjoyed it. I don't need a lot of backstory with these characters, just some goes a long way. Like how if you play as Kevin during the RPD level, characters who know him will talk to him differently than everyone else. Little details like this really add to my enjoyment of the game. Characters have the same unique abilities they had in the first game, like Alyssa can still lockpick and Yoko can carry more items. But every character also starts with an item now. So Alyssa starts with a stun gun, Kevin starts with a clip for his gun so he can start clearing enemies right away, and Yoko starts with a charm that does something. I don't know what, but it's shiny, so I assume it's helpful. Fortunately in this game you can now pick what AI characters come with you on missions, which is a big plus for single player, so I could always have Yoko's inventory perks even when not playing as her. Another plus for this game is actually having a tutorial level. It's short but detailed. I learned a lot from it, like how characters have extra abilities if you aim and press a face button. You can make characters kick, tackle or dodge depending on who you were playing as. Not super game changing but can be useful. Apparently this was in the first game, I just didn't figure it out. I found out you can also walk and shoot, which is wild if you're used to the older RE games. It doesn't seem like some enemies have been designed with this ability in mind though. There are also some doors that you can break down now. The stronger the weapon you use, the quicker the door will break. I don't like wasting ammo or melee weapons on doors, so I ended up kicking them for a ridiculous amount of time. I also found out about the changes they have made to the inventory. You can now tell the AI to use items from the menu. So if they have a herb in their inventory, you can tell them to use that one immediately, instead of handing them one hoping they use it like in File 1. Other than this change, the inventory is still frustrating to manage. You still have to spend time swapping items by holding out hands and waiting for them to take it. The AI feels like it has been tweaked, but it's still aggravating. There's still little thieves that run around picking up everything, holding healing items. They seem to have more of a mind of their own this time around. They will just leave areas and be gone for ages. They won't help me kill enemies unless I say help. They would just watch me get attacked. They don't follow a lot of commands. Like this one part you have to get multiple characters to push a box. I yelled the character's name and help. They said okay and didn't move at all. Like, woman, help me move this before the elephant gets us. The virus timer is still a thing. I still don't like it, forcing me to rush through areas. But it does seem a lot slower this time around. Healing items when used also pause it for a bit, which is a welcome change. There also seems to be a lot of healing items in areas compared to the first, which I don't mind. I need all the help I can get because the AI is not helping me. Constantly respawn enemies is still a thing, but at least it feels toned down. It's every few minutes now and not every 20 seconds, which is better. It still made me think wasting ammo on enemies was pointless. Levels are pretty well designed. It was always clear what I was trying to accomplish. There are a lot of environmental clues to help you out. The enemy variety is also great for infected lions, birds, and classic enemies like the hunters and lickers. You can find a licker climbing through this window, which is a nice callback. Visually, the game looks about the same as the first. Textures might look slightly sharper. Character models still look good. Environments still have tons of little details in them, making them feel real. The soundtrack and sound effects are good, but nothing too memorable for me. The main theme is pretty good though. Ultimately, Outbreak File 2, like the first game, was clearly designed with co-op in mind, as the solo experience is a clunky test of patience. But is 2 better than the first? Yes, it is. It makes a bunch of small improvements that help the game, like walking while shooting. The scenarios were funner to me. I enjoyed Alyssa's flashback story. Whilst I enjoyed it more than the first, it still wasn't all that fun. The AI remained frustrating and inventory management was still tedious. It's a shame these cool ideas are trapped behind a bad AI and frustrating mechanics, because there's clearly creativity here. I bet this is great in co-op, but for solo players I still wouldn't recommend it. Hopefully I can get the online working one day. Time to rank it. It's going to be the new number 34. This is a better experience than the first game, but it still has most of the problems that game had. So it's going above Outbreak 1. But I think I had more enjoyment playing Suicide Squad. It was less frustrating overall. Man, I need to play some more Resident Evil for this channel. I can't have this franchise only being at the bottom of this list. Alright, I'm going to go punch a boulder in frustration now.